That was crazy.
And you, of course, Fred, you're known more for, like, the service side of the industry, of course. But you're travelling here with one of the greatest chefs in the world, and Gordon. And so what have you learned?
But are you into Harry? I think because he's British, like the superstar, you'd be into him. But are you into Harry?
Well, yeah, he's fine. But why do you think? Because he's British, I'm into him.
Kind of.
We've got as many idiots as you. I don't have to be into everyone British, do I?
What do you think happens when we die?
Nobody knows. Heaven? Barkley's going to hell, so... Heaven? I'm going to heaven, so...
So in one scene, I'm sort of helping Warwick get shoved down the toilet, as you do, right? And I'm sort of bending his legs in. I'm going, it's all right. If it breaks, we'll get another one in, right? And I'm pushing him down the toilet, and I'm laughing, and Warwick's laughing. And at one point, Warwick goes, look at Johnny! I turn round, and Johnny Depp is going, you don't mind if I masturbate while you're doing that?
And Joker, instead of going around him, he's just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
18 points for Joker, only nugget in double figures.
Cheap as hell, though. One of the oh my God, Will doesn't, I don't think Will has spent the penny. He has the first BlackBerry ever, I'm not talking about a newer the first one, and it's like taped up, and he's like, they'll never get me. I was like, who are you afraid of, Will?
This is a southern Italian wine come from Campania, where the Vesuvius is volcano. And have a look at the label.
Yes, I've had a look at the label, thank you.
Mature and sophisticated.
Don't look at me.
Because dangerous method, you had to do a lot of sex faces.
I had to do a lot of sex faces. I had to do a lot of, like, weird sex faces. Oh, no, that's not a weird sex face, but, you know, she's a bit of a weird character.
That's not it.
No, it was directed by...
So what do you do to work out? Do you have, like, the personal trainer gig?
No, my dad used to be a professional boxer, so we have...
So was mine.
Really?
My dad was
what weight class?
My dad was a lightweight.
Really?
Yeah.
My dad was lightweight, too.
Really? I remember my dad just kicked the hell out of your dad. My dad fought under the name the Bronx Flash.
Well, if your dad was that tough, then you should be able to bust my ass.
Normally, I don't like to kick the guests around, but, you know, sometimes it is necessary.
Will Smith winning for King Richard. But personally, I thought his best performance in the past year has been being okay with all of his wife's boyfriends. What? Come on, he didn't show up.
I wasn't born in Hawaii. I was
lived
born
there.
in San Francisco, but I did a lot of my growing up there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I thought you were
it was
born
amazing.
there.
I don't know. I don't think. No.
You told me.
I didn't. No, I told you.
I swore you said.
I've known you for years. I've always said I was.
But
born
when we
in
were
San-
there, you gave me a big speech like, "This is my land." I started.
See that coming from that camera, and I was like, oh, no, man.
Speaking of coming, I want to... Time out. Whoa! Yo! Pause! Ladies and gentlemen, I will call it myself.
Chuckster, we're live.
What are you talking about?
Not like we can stop and...
Hey, that's not what I meant. So y'all mind in the gutter.
When we were there, you gave me a very spiritual speech about how it all started. How your mother held you over this cliff. Big speech. This is the cliff where I was born, and my mother gave me.
This is the problem. Yes. You're trying to be respectful.
Like, because he really wanted to talk about it. He said, I've been dreaming of this shot for 15 years, of this sequence, and finally I had a chance to do it. And I goes, well, so how did it come to pass? And he goes, okay. So I go to the safety guy. I tell him this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to explain the whole gag to him.
Right.
The safety guy says, you can't do that. He goes, that's too dangerous. And I'm like, And he goes, so I get another safety guy.
You speak French. Fred, you speak French and Italian as well as English, don't you?
Yes.
So you're at home in both countries, I guess.
Yes.
You speak French. Do you speak any Italian?
A little bit Italian, yes.
Okay. And do you speak any English?
She was here last night and she said this about you.
You're just like, can you stop looking so grumpy? Because everything's fine. It's the morning, nothing bad's happened. He looks like a grumpy cat.
Yeah.
Like he's just like...
So, you say you're from Westminster? Is that a nice town?
I like your suit. Do they make it for men?
Hey, quick question, Jimmy. What's up? What did the black hand say to the white face?
What?
Stop! Yeah! Yeah!
Now, it strikes me that in the beginning of your career, you must have had so much pressure to go down the kind of handsome leading man route. And was it hard to kind of resist that?
You answer.
Have you been to a taping of this show before?
You got a big mouth and you just like to run it.
This is the most hostile interview I've ever taken part in.
I don't get offended by being called the wrong name.
I do.
You do?
Yeah. Who do they mistake you for?
I went to
Shrek?
No, I went to
that was really good. That was really good, man.
You laughing, Anthony?
That was really good, man.
Anthony was not laughing. Yeah, he was laughing.
Well, I didn't really know what I was saying yes to.
Okay.
Because I don't really know how these films were made. So, you know, when I was on the camel in the desert...
explained it to you.
Well, very quickly, and then the first day of shooting, Tom, what did we do?
We jumped off a building.
Yeah. That's me swearing and shouting the naughtiest words ever.
It was in my ear.
In your ear.
I'm so sorry. Swear. Did I say that? I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm just so...
The worst words ever. And then we jump off, and he just looks at me in the Tom Cruise kind of way, and he goes, "Welcome to Mission."
I've never watched a show that you've been involved in that I haven't enjoyed. But how much longer do you think you can keep doing it for? Because, like, it is, for you, physically quite demanding, I imagine. I mean, he just stands in the kitchen, but you...
Anything else we need to know about this?
Shut your big mouth.
You're never coming back. This was going so well with Ryan, and then you come up here with your hate.
Let me tell you about a story so true. We're showing me style and it's all so cool. It's about a garment torn and frayed, getting this threads, the story conveyed. Walking down the streets with holes in my teeth. These ripped things here, part of me you see. It ain't about the brand or the label it holds. It's about the journey, the stories it unfolds. In these ragged clothes I find my voice, a testament to resilience. My choice from the streets to the stage. I rock my style in my tattered shirt. I walk that mile. Ripped and torn, but still I stand in my ragged attire. I command, it's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. From the barrio to the bar, I make my mark. In my worn out jeans, I leave a spark. And they call it rags, but I call it art. In every stitch and tear, I play my part. It's the struggle of the streets, the hustle so real. In my tattered jacket, I seal the deal. A symbol of defiance against the status quo. My passion of pants, I let it show. It's not about the riches or the wealth I lack. In my faded hoodie, I stay on track. It's the heart of the hustle, the grind each day. In my worn out kicks, I find my way. Ripped and torn, but still I stand. In my ragged attire, I command. It's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. in my threadbare garment. I find my reach. So here's to the ones with the clothes that tear in our patched up attire we have. So let the world see our garments worn. For in our rags, our stories are born. In the language of the streets we speak. In our torn up clothes we find our peak.
He's putting a hat on in the water because he's cold. Middle of summer.
It was -5, the water.
That is too cold.
It was freezing. Even my willy went in, was like a turtle. Everything disappeared that day.
It's been inward for 40 years. So don't give me that.
Right?
Yes.
I think it was a window washer.
It's a window washer, Mike. I could scare the shit out of him.
You thought it was some. Hey,
go to the window.
Gonna do that.
Come on, man.
No way. No way. I ain't doing that.
Nah, your days of scaring window washers are over.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.